Welcome back, Year 1. Now we're going to create our colour wheel. Now here is my colour wheel. You should have printed this off from your Firefly page, okay? And here are my primary colours. We've got red, yellow and blue, okay? And these colours can make nearly any other colour you want to, but you cannot make the primary colours by using any other paints. So they're very special colours. So what we're going to start by doing is we're going to start by filling in the primary colours onto our colour wheel. I'm going to start with the red. So you need to look for where it says red and you're going to fill out that section. So remember, you're holding your brush like a pencil just above the silver section. And I'm going to dip my brush in water, stroke it on the side to get rid of the drips, dip my brush in the red paint, stroke it on the side, and then I'm going to use the tip of the brush just to go all the way around the edges so that very carefully, so that I try not to go over the lines. So just the tip, and that helps me to control how much paint goes onto the page. And then in the middle it's a bit easier. I'm not going to go over any lines, so I can work a little bit more quickly. But don't rub up and down, remember, nice long strokes. So I've done my red, and now I'm going on to do the yellow. So to clean your brush, which is very important, you put it on the bottom of the pot, stroke it on the side, dry your brush with the tissue and check that there is no paint left on your brush. There's none there. So I'm going to dip it in water again, stroke on the side, load up my brush with blue. I'm going to do blue, not yellow. And I'm going to use the tip of my brush to go all around the edges. Trying very carefully not to go over the lines, and then it's quicker in the middle. Now can you see I'm running out of paint, so I need to load up my brush again so that this paint stays nice and strong. Okay, right, time for yellow. So look for where it says yellow, then you need to wash your brush on the bottom, stroke on the side, clean with tissue and check that there's no paint left. So again, water on my brush, stroke it, load up my brush with yellow, stroke it on the side, and then using the tip of my brush, I'm going to fill in the yellow section. Be very careful, Year 1, that you look for the right colour. You don't want to put your colours in the wrong places. So here you can see I've painted all the primary colours. Now we know that if you've got the primary colours, you can mix nearly any other colour. And you can see there are 3 gaps on my page. And if I want to make the colour here, it says orange, I can see that I need to mix red and yellow to create the colour in the middle. So that's what I'm going to do. Now the colours that you can't see at the moment, these are the secondary colours because we make them by mixing 2 primary colours. So let's get started. I'm going to wash my brush, stroke it on the side, and I need my extra plate to do my mixing now. So we're going to use red. So I'm going to load up my brush and transfer it onto the mixing plate. Load up my brush with paint and move it onto the mixing plate. You need just a little bit more than you think there. Then I need to add yellow. So I clean my brush. It's very important that you clean your brush in between. Stroke it on the side, turn my yellow so it's close to the palette and load it up into the red, and I'm going to mix the 2 colours together. Now, I always have, when I'm mixing colours, it's always really good to have a piece of test paper where you can try out the colours you're making. It's beginning to look very orange, sorry, but I think we need a little bit more yellow to lighten that orange colour. So I don't want to get my paint dirty, all mixed up. So I'm going to clean my brush again, stroke it on the side, use my tissue to dry it, and check there's no paint. There's none, so I'm going to load up my brush with yellow again, even more maybe, and mix it into the red and the yellow I've already got. And make sure that both the colours are really well mixed together. There's no red or yellow left. Okay, and then I'm going to try it on my test paper. Yes, that's a good orange. So I'm going to paint my orange into that second section. So orange is one of not the primary colours, but the secondary colours. I get orange when I mix red and yellow together. There we go. So red and yellow make orange in the middle. Okay, so now I'm going to mix yellow and blue. So I'm going to turn my palette round so I've got an empty space for mixing. I'm going to clean my brush on the bottom of the water pot, stroke it on the side, use my tissue to dry, check there's no colour left, and then I need to add yellow, plenty of yellow, a few scoops of yellow like that, and then you must remember to clean your brush, so clean the brush on the bottom of the pot, stroke on the side, wipe it with a tissue, check there's no paint, and then I need to add my blue. So load up my brush. Now, a bit more blue. Let's see what colour I make when I mix these two colours together. Can anyone tell? It's hard at the moment because I don't think I think I need to make the colour lighter. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to wash my brush on the bottom, stroke, wipe, check, and I'm going to add some more yellow to lighten the colour. And when I add a little more yellow, you can see, let me just check on my test paper, that I have made green. And this is my next secondary colour. When I mix blue and yellow together, I create green, which is a secondary colour. There we are. Blue and yellow make green. Okay, and then we have one more section to do. So I'm going to wash my brush again, stroke on the side, wipe, check. And now we need to use blue and red. Let's see what colour we make now. So turn your palette round to a space. I'm going to load up my brush with blue. 2 scoops of blue, I think. Maybe 3. Plenty of paint so you don't run out of colour. Then I'm going to clean, stroke, wipe, check, and add my red. A little more. Let's mix those 2 colours together. And let's see what colour I've made this time. Make sure there are none of those separate colours that you can see. And then try out your test paper. What colour have I made? I've made purple. So here I go, around the edges very carefully. Down the side. And in the middle. Okay, and you have it. That's my completed colour wheel. So I've got the primary colours red, yellow and blue. And then I've made the secondary colours by mixing two primary colours together to make orange, green and purple. And there are many different ways of mixing paints together, but these are some of the most important ways. Good luck, Year 1.